Can you guys hear me? I forgot what I was doing for a second. I will say this, it's cold as fuck out here. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's so cold. That's okay though. So, how is everyone? Did everyone survive the New Year's? One thing that this New Year's taught me is that I'm old as fuck. So old. We'll talk about that in a minute, though. I don't know how long I'm going to stand out here and freeze to death, though. I just needed to get outside. I haven't been able to walk in a couple of days because it's just like, ugh, we're not used to this kind of weather down here where I'm at. So, like, we're just not built for it. I'm not built for it anyway. I don't know. But yeah, so I haven't been able to walk. And as most of you know, I walk like 11 miles a day. But I haven't been able to do that. And it's been driving me crazy. I'm getting cabin fever. Mini Me just went back to school today, right? She had a 3-week Christmas break because, bless her little pea picking heart, the week before Christmas break, she got the flu. So we found out on that Monday. I took her to the doctor and she tested positive for flu. So she was out the rest of the week. She missed all her Christmas parties, all that stuff. Oh, my nose is running. And yeah, it was just a bummer. So, and then they didn't go to school yesterday because it was a teacher work day. But the way I see it is chop chop. Y'all have had 2 weeks to do a work day. You know, come on now. We've had him for 2 weeks. It's time to send him back to school. Mainly because I need her to go learn to come home and teach me how to do 5th grade math because I do not understand all this new math crap. I was struggling to get through like 80s math. Y'all, math is not my thing. So yeah, she's back in school. And so I'm basically bored. I don't have anyone to talk to. So I'm going to talk to you guys. Because it's been a minute. So, hello, Tiny T, Lion Mama, Texas Kim, my boo, best friend Nikki B, Spicy, another best friend, Libby, another best friend, Dark Angel. You're all best friends. Queen Ashley, Mama 2, Sister Callie. Well, hello, Justin Trudeau. No, nobody's hiring. Amy, hey, Libs. Curious Idea, Amber. And we're in the shower with Amber. That's a first. You guys have peed with me, though, so. And Rap. We've all peed with Rap. So, yeah, like I said, I hope everyone had an amazing Christmas or Yule or whatever it is you celebrate. And that you are able to start the new year refocused and refreshed. You know, I really set some goals for myself for the upcoming year. Like, I don't really do the resolution thing, right? Like, because I know that a wish isn't just going to fall from the sky and automatically whatever problem it is I want to be fixed or what I want from the new year is magically going to happen, right? Like, I got to put the work in. I got to put one foot in front of the other and make that shit happen. I can manifest it. I can be positive and think, yes, this is going to happen. You know, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to get it. All will be well. Of course, you want to do that because the energy you put out is what you're going to get back. And we've talked about this before. Like, I've said it countless times, which is why I genuinely and more often than not, try to be a good person. I think I treat everyone fairly. I think that I treat everyone with the level of respect that they deserve in that moment. Because if someone's being cool one day, I'm not going to be a bitch to them for no reason. But if in that moment you're being a total pain in my ass, not just in my ass, in other people's asses, if you're just being all of the things that you say you don't like, all rolled up into one little bundle of joy, then I'm probably going to laugh at some jokes when people say something about you. I'm probably going to clarify some things that you're actively trying to lie about. That's what happened the other night. I'm assuming that it was in maybe Tonic's chat. I'm trying to think of the chats I was in that night. It wasn't many, but I know I was in Tonic's for a while. And the subject of a particular person came up, and their pictures in their compromising positions, wearing their compromising clothing came up. Well, the active lie was that only one person had gotten those pics. Now, I know that those pics actually originated from someone completely unrelated to our little community here. And I said that in the chat. I don't recall saying anything about our looks, but I'm not going to say it didn't happen. I don't know if I did or not. And if I did, my bad. It's no different than all of you sitting in your little chats going along with all the bullshit too. So this person wanted to hurt my feelings. So they dug up the most unflattering screenshot. And let me tell you the story of the screenshot. The screenshot is from 3 years ago when I first started my channel. And I'll admit, it's a horrible picture. It was like 11 o'clock at night, and I was sitting outside under my carport. I think I was smoking. It was when I still smoked cigarettes. And I was like, when I first started my channel, I was friendly with Doug. No thanks. Like, I didn't know any of these people, right? I had been in AB's chat for months and months. So I really didn't venture out much. And it was like on the tail end of all the West Boys and all of that. So I was learning. And I had done an interview with him on, gosh, what is that chick's name? I'll have to think of her. But we did an interview together about the Wells case. It was Crime Stories Obsessed, I think. We did an interview on her channel. But I was backstage going on his panel one night, like I said, at 11 o'clock. And it was when him and Benny were having all that trouble. And Benny went backstage and he grabbed like a horrible screenshot. And it's okay. It's been out for 3 years. I haven't shed a tear once. I'm not going to now. I don't care. You know why? Because in that picture, I am fully fucking clothed. I am. So what? A bad picture. And you know what, D-Boss? You're right. I said your hair looked like a Maltese. I didn't attack your physical appearance, something that you can't change. I said your hairdo sucked. Period. I look like a fucking chia pet when I wake up, D-Boss. But if you're going to get your knickers all in a twist because I said you look like a puppy, then maybe you're the one that has the problem. If all you guys can say about me is that I'm a bitch sometimes, or that I have a bad picture out, then I think I'm winning. So go ahead and have your little fun and make fun of my little picture. Newsflash, you're damn fucking Skippy at 49 years old, right? A 49-year-old who has recently lost a shit ton of weight and who might not be the most firm in some areas. Like, I hate my fucking laugh lines. I hate them But you know why I hate my lifelines? Because I'm not such a miserable old hag that I go through life just running my cocksucker talking crap about people. I actually spend my time laughing and smiling and having a good time and making the best out of even the worst situations. So, yeah, I hate that about myself. I hate the fact that at 49, my bright ass blue eyes have little tiny lines around them. I hate that my neck isn't as tight as it used to be. I hate that I have stretch marks, but you know what? I'll live with those. I'll live with the C-section scar vertically down my stomach because those stretch marks and that scar brought some of the most amazing children into this world. Have I maybe said one or two things, minor shit, like cosmetic type shit about people? Yeah, I probably have. In this moment, because I was relaxing before I went live. I can't remember if I've said anything like that or not, but I know that I haven't like gone to any great lengths or extremes to intentionally try to make someone feel like garbage. So, Miss Ma'am, Miss Bottle of the Barrel, Trashly Ashley, before you try to like poke at someone and make a post about them, knowing that, you know, you want a reaction from it, unblock the person. I just happened to stumble upon it because I was going to look at another post that someone had told me about. I just happened to scroll down and see it. And then I couldn't even see your comments under your comment section. And I don't know why you had me blocked because it was just a couple of weeks ago that you were in the chat of like the lives on my other channel. In fact, I think you've been to every single one, which there hasn't been many. It is too cold out here, you guys. My nose is starting to run. My fingers are going numb. Shit. And I know you guys are thinking whip. You know, y'all are sitting under like inches of snow. Oh my gosh. And it's like 38 degrees here, and I'm complaining. So, what was I saying? I know I was talking about bottom of the barrel, Trashly Ashley. And yeah, that's probably mean of me to call her that, right? It probably is really mean. My thumbnail's probably pretty mean. But you know what? I haven't messed with you, girl. I haven't said anything to you or about you, really. Clarifying that the pictures had gone to Duke Pharaoh, too, that's just stating a fact. So when you're sitting there lying, yeah, I'm going to correct it. Just like when Hummingbird made that nasty comment about Maggie, about Nick's child. I wasn't friends with anyone over here, but I still corrected it. Why? Because it was the right thing to do. There's some things that I wasn't around for, y'all's issues that you had before, that if I could correct that, I probably would, but I don't know. And so you going and putting out these emails, you know, I don't know what you're trying to accomplish with that. But if you're going to put them out, then do like everyone else has been doing. Include your part of it too, so people can get a context for what's going on. That seems fair. If I'm wrong, you guys tell me. Because I can admit if I'm wrong about something. I want people to communicate. Unlike all y'all's chat where everyone's just supposed to nod and agree like freaking Children of the Corn or Stepford Wives. I'm not going to do that. I don't want anyone to feel like they have to be that way here. And I know that that's like cliche. Now everyone says that. Everyone says, I want my chat to be a place where everyone can come. And then you get there and you say hello and you're attacked. Or if everyone in the chat doesn't like you and you try to even just be cordial, then they're just going to be jerks to you. So why bother? So, I mean, you're just going to have to take your chances and believe me or not believe me. But someone made a New Year's resolution recently, and this person knows who they are, and others might too. But they said that their resolution for 2025 was they wanted to be a better or the best version of themselves. You're doing a bang up job so far. You're doing great. Keep up the good work. I'm sorry that you're facing a little backlash for that whole interview that you did. And honestly, if someone wrote those questions for you, who I might add that you only got like 3 or 4 questions out. I walked away from that and I was still kind of like, what's going on? I don't even know if you really know what you're upset about, but for whatever reason, it caused some big hoopla. And now people are upset with you. One of your good friends is upset with you for doing some backstabby stuff. Fluffy, me too. I like to sleep. I really do. Especially like good, hard, peaceful sleep. But you're welcome to come up here. I know that you know that I'm talking to you. But you probably won't listen to this later. Or until later. You might be at Mama T's. I don't know. But you always went to my fitness live, so I don't see why you can't come to this one too. And I was always kind to you in my chats over there. Even though you had been running around talking about my friends, I was still respectful to you. You even thanked me for it in my chat one day. So for whatever reason you're pissed off at me, it kind of came out of nowhere. But you're definitely welcome to come over here and we can hash it out. I'm not going to be mean to you. I mean, I don't know if someone as beautiful as you would want to come hang out with some ugly old troll like me. But anyway, so yeah, like I was saying about the filters. See, I got off track. My brain is like not at full capacity right now. If there's a lighting filter that I can use that will bring light forward in my laugh lines and create shadows behind it or just soften my skin tone a little bit, you are damn skippy. I'm going to use it. But I can guarantee you that that picture you're looking at right now is my actual face. My hair is literally that color. Any picture that I use, whether filtered or not, unless it's an obvious cartoon one. Come on. Compare them. They all look the same. But then again, I don't really owe any of you guys any explanation, do I? So go ahead. You don't have to try harder than that if you want me to like lose my mind. Like I honestly, I don't mess with none of y'all. I don't dig into anyone's real life. I don't talk about anyone's children. I don't get involved in 70% of the crap that goes on around here. What I do make sure that I do as much as possible, as much as I can, is make sure I'm there for my friends and the people that are close to me and be in their chat and support them. But this bullshit about everyone's just scared to speak up against Nick. We're so worried about what's going to happen to us. Man, I want some peanut butter toast. But we're so scared about what's going to happen to us and how she's going to come down on us and treat us. That's just not true. That's absolutely not true. There's like no conflict whatsoever in our little chat, our little group. And that group has expanded. Hang on, real quick. Oh no, I hope I didn't just kick myself. Okay, hang on a second. I'm going to put it in the Mean Girls chat. Crap, I forgot how to do this. Like, right? That's right, Lips. You know, filters, I will not down anyone for using a filter if they want to, like, make their skin look a little different. I'm not going to fault anyone for that. More power to you. Yay, technology. Hold on, let me do this. That took me way longer than it needed to. So, yeah, I forgot what we were talking about. Hold on. Okay. Whew. That was a lot. Oh, vagina filters. Now that's kind of funny. Like who would think to look something like I've never, and I've looked up some silly stuff on Google before, right? But like silly things like monkeys riding bicycles, like weird stuff like that, or something specific that someone has told me about. I'll look that stuff up. But not once have I ever like thought about my lady bits and thought, man, I wonder if there's a filter out there. First of all, why are you taking pictures of your lady bits? Who's seeing them? Brandy B, oh my goodness, I'm so happy to see you here. I've missed you. That's another thing. When people aren't around for a while, I notice. Hang on. Okay. All right. Oh my gosh, I'm having so much trouble today. This is not good. Hey, best friend.
Hey, bestie. So, God, I hate even doing this on your panel, but you're live, and I'm not going to fire up a live and do this, but I want everyone to know that Markella, her house had an electrical fire yesterday. We were not made aware of that. She has been in the Mean Girls chat for about 6 months. She never came into the Mean Girls chat to tell us. In fact, she created a Discord a couple of weeks ago and added us to it. And I think a lot of us have joined.
Yeah, that's where I found out about the fire was in her
Yes.
Discord.
We found out from one of her other like friends. And of course, that is absolutely devastating because we know the story of her family members
Yeah.
last year being on the property in a fifth wheel or a camper, and it went up in flames and everybody died. So of course everybody is horrified on her behalf.
Mhm.
She still hasn't like come into any of our like into the Discord or to the Mean Girls chat that I'm aware of. She may have, maybe she did, but I miss a lot because I can't always be plugged in. But
Yeah.
she's currently on Mama T's saying that we didn't offer to help, and I just want to make sure everyone understands. Markella never asked us for help. Because, of course, if she had asked, we would have helped where we could.
Yeah.
And when it comes to fires, most people have homeowners insurance that will cover house fires. I know in our Discord, she has been asked if the house was a total loss. We're not getting any answers. So now she's on Mama T's pretty much saying we didn't offer to help. Like, I'm sorry, but if I had a house fire, I'm not coming to YouTube to ask for help because I have the insurance that I pay for every month that will cover it. And this is not to be an asshole. I I'm confused because nobody asked for any help.
Right. And what maybe she didn't see it. I was in Betty's chat this morning. I think it was her chat. They were talking about a GoFundMe, and I don't know if it was last night or today, but Betty had said, when you get it, I'll post it. Well,
But
I
there's no
commented and said
but
I
there's
would
no
too.
GoFundMe links, Tracy.
And she knew that I was live. Like, she's known all day. She could have come here and talked about it. So that's kind of like, I mean, I'm not mad at her about it. I'm sure she has a lot on her mind and she might
Listen,
feel more comfortable.
if you have time to go up on Mama T's and cry,
Yeah.
when you are literally plugged in with every single one of us in our chats, the Mean Girls chat, Discord, her Discord,
And
um,
I private messaged with her. I showed her how to add moderators in Discord. I walked her through that. So she could have messaged me. I would gladly do it. I mean, I don't have any money to give. I mean, but
no,
I
but
will gladly
we
do
could
her
have helped
something. But
crowdsource
yeah.
help. And going to Mama T, who completely eviscerated you, told Ernie about your childhood trauma and how much you hated her, and she's the one you go to and you don't come to us?
And this is
That
how people are going to spin it too. They're going to say, see, even Markella's trying to break away from the mean girls. She
Well, she's
chose to
broke
go.
away. She's broke away. I'm not listen, I am not dealing with another fucking weird arc. So I removed her from the Mean Girls. I removed her from my Discord. I'm not playing these games. She came to us sobbing about Mama T and how Mama T abused her. And now suddenly we're bad people for lack of an action. I'm not going to offer to help somebody unless you need to come to me because it's not my place to say, "Hey, do you need
Right.
help?" I know that if something happens to my house, I'm overinsured. I'm not going to come to people on YouTube.
Yeah, and I think that's the last story I heard in her Discord last night was that there is no insurance and they were at a hotel and she's just trying to figure out what's next, but that she wouldn't be online for a couple of days. Well,
I
that
didn't
would have been
know.
acceptable if we didn't hear from her.
I
If
didn't
she was
know she didn't have insurance. I didn't see
yeah.
that.
I mean, that's what I heard. I
Why
don't
do people
know.
have homes and no insurance? What the fuck?
Yeah, that's like your biggest asset.
I am overinsured. I recommend everyone to make sure you are overinsured. Car, life insurance, um, homeowners, get an umbrella policy. rider policies for things that are not covered under the homeowner's policy, such as firearms, jewelry, hearing aids, any type of medical equipment. But the internet cannot be the source to help you.
Right.
There's
And
Red Cross.
I don't know her entire like situation, her, I'm not privy to that. I don't need to know. I get it. People, they maybe it's just not a bill she could prioritize. So I get it, but at the same time, that's such a huge risk to take. And this is an example of how important it is to have the insurance. And
Yeah,
this is devastating. I
it
am not
is.
minimizing the situation at all. My heart breaks for her. What a way to start a new year off, especially after something similar
Traumatic
has
happened
happened.
last Christmas.
I mean, it would probably break me if I was in her situation. But yeah, like she's had ample opportunity and time to reach out to one of us or us as a group and say, hey, we had a fire. Don't know what I'm doing yet. I'll update you.
I
Or
didn't
can
know
you
she didn't
help
have
me?
insurance. I just assume every American knows that they need to have some sort of insurance coverage.
Right.
And even if you're a renter, Dark Angel, your stepdad probably has the dwelling covered, but you still need to insure your belongings in the event of a total loss. This is heartbreaking to me that she went to Mama T and was saying we didn't offer to help. I didn't I didn't know she needed help.
I didn't either. I gladly would have, shared any link she had, let her come on this panel. I would have, I would have told the world and tried to get all the help I could for her. All she had to do was ask.
Yes. Natty, no, it's not like Kemper asking for 6K for a van to live in. That does not scream scam. Oh my God.
And Kemper even clarified during their live the other night that that's a
Yes.
hobby. It's not his only option. He's living just fine.
He has
It's
an
a dream of
apartment.
his.
He's working 2 jobs to save for his goal. My God. How do we go from someone losing their entire house to someone trying to shit talk Kemper?
Exactly. No one's here saying anything bad about Markella. But from a standpoint, as she comes to us with every other thing, why couldn't she come to us with this?
Exactly.
That's the issue.
And she goes to Mama T, who she cried about for months, which was justifiable because she weaponized her trauma and shared it with Ernie, and then Ernie weaponized it to shame her. My God,
These people are crazy. And
I'm
I'm
so
not,
tired.
Markella, if you listen to this, I'm not like, there's no hard feelings. But me personally, I don't know that I want someone close to me who's not going to trust me enough to come to something, like when they need help with something. You want to come to all of us to shit talk everyone
But
and
don't come to us and
possibly
tell
fight
us
your
that you
battles.
lost your house in a fire and you need help. But you go to Mama T to shit talk us because we didn't offer. I don't offer, Markella. We have been fucked over so many times by so many people in this community that it's made me apathetic. I'm sorry. I just wanted to bring that up because, of course, the corpse bride over there is. Well, I hope Mama T can help Markella and her community. because they're, big givers and all.
Yeah. Woohoo!
Yeah. All right. I'm getting down because I'm silently raging over here that we're being admonished for something we
Yeah.
didn't know needed to be helped with.
And like she should know all too well that it's gonna backfire on us, right? Like, and we didn't even do anything. So, and people will listen to this. Everyone will come back and listen to this because they want to hear what I have to say. So they know that we weren't even asked and all that, but they'll hear everything else that was said on my panel, but they won't hear that.
No.
But
All right. I'll talk to you later.
all
Bye.
right, bye. That's crazy. I didn't even know that happened. I didn't even know she went over there squawking like that. Markella. And I don't want anyone, like, nobody leave here and be mean to Markella. I don't think anyone would, because we some classy bitches up in here. But, like, because it sucks. Like, God, that would suck so bad to have your whole entire house, like everything you own. But, the universe was looking out for her, and they all got out safely. So, that's the bright side of it. But the shitty part is that now she has nothing. And I think I even heard like one of her sons was a firefighter on the scene. Um, so like I couldn't imagine, I don't know if that was his childhood home, but could you imagine having to put out the fire of like your home? That would suck so fucking bad. And no, I'm not laughing at her situation. I mean, this is awful because, oh, I didn't know her husband was a cop. What the heck? I mean, maybe it was just a situation where they were strapped financially because of something else and they just lapsed. That happens too, where like you just have to lapse for a couple of months and you think, okay, the next month I'm going to be able to pay it. But then like the next month comes and then you can't pay it. And so next thing you know, you haven't had insurance for a year and then something like this happens. That's terrible. But I think it was an electrical fire that started in the attic. And yes, it was in her disc. I'll tell you exactly how I found out. I just happened to be scrolling through TikTok and the notification came up that Beast Mode had posted in her Discord. And he said, I just wanted to let everyone know Markella's house burned down tonight. So she probably won't be on for a couple of days. And I'll update you or something like that. And I even commented back, I believe. It was either there in a chat. And I said, well, let her know, I'm thinking about her. So I immediately went to the Mean Girls chat and I said, I just heard that Markella's house burned down. That was at like 10 o'clock at night, though, because I was at the gym. And there was only a couple of people like active then. I don't remember who saw it. And then no one, like this morning in Betty's chat is when Betty was talking about it. In fact, Betty shut her live down and said she didn't want to do her makeup because she was too upset. Y'all, Betty's lives have been off the chain lately. Her chat, oh my gosh, it's like the international cesspool. The people are so disgusting. They say the nastiest, most vile things to her. And Betty, girl, from one woman to another, you got to quit with the robe. Like, either get dressed before you go live or just quit adjusting it so much, because I almost saw like your whole boob today, like 3 times. I was so afraid that if you just moved wrong, we were going to have a nip slip. I was petrified for you. And you can't be sitting there telling your chat not to make comments about it, but you're constantly like messing with it. And today it was just barely tied around you. You had your stomach and your tatas showing. So just out of respect for you, just put some clothes on. Okay? Just do that. So Betty didn't want to do her makeup anymore. So Ray, perv. No, I'm not nip slip shaming. You just can't complain about it when it happens or when someone wants it to happen. So, yeah, Mariela, I mean, I agree. You should have come to us. All you had to do is ask. We didn't know. I wasn't even sure if I should post about it in the Mean Girls chat last night because I felt like it wasn't my business to tell. That's how much I try to make sure that I'm not crossing any boundaries. Like, if it's not my story to tell, I'm not going to tell it. But I also knew I needed to let all the girls know so that the mean girls who weren't in your Discord did know about it. So, yeah. Like, that's just not cool, Markella, because now you have just given them some ridiculous ammunition to try to, like, get their feathers all ruffled and start talking about people. Markella, I just got the notification for Discord, and if you're talking about what I was saying about Betty, you don't need to make it into something it's not. I was trying to say you're worth more. You're worth more than your perverted chat sitting there telling you that they want your OnlyFans and you need to take it off. So, from one woman to another, have some dignity and self-respect. Don't forget that I'm in the Discord, Markella. You are more than welcome to come over here if you have questions. What I said about Betty is nothing bad. I hate to see her chat treating her like that. So stop giving them what they want. Stop making them ask for it. Because I can tell you, Betty, it pisses me off and it pisses a few other women off when we have to sit there and watch people say that crap to you. It's triggering. And I'm glad that your channel's doing well. And I'm glad that you're happy. And it's great to see the excitement. But we all have to sit there and read those nasty ass comments too. And if you want to take that as me talking crap, then so be it. That's just my friendly advice. From me to you, free of charge. There's plenty more where that came from, too. No, y'all, Markella's not in chat. I just happened to get a notification that she was in Discord and said, that's right, I didn't ask for help, but why is she saying that about you? The only person I've talked about is Betty. So that's why I addressed that situation. I don't know that Betty realizes that it does bother other women in chat who have had to deal with, something like that in their real life. And it's like freaking, I don't like to chat in there because then I know I'm probably going to become a target too. And I don't want that. Like, I don't want some dude asking me if I've ever had Mexican milk on my face, or, telling me to take my robe off. So, Betty, consider that you have other females in your chat who might be bothered by that. Some of your long time supporters, people who have been subbed to you for a couple of years, are not wanting to go in your chat and be active because they have to read that crap. And it's distracting. None of those dirty men are in there to watch your makeup skills. I can guarantee you that. So she did not ask from help from any, or ask for help from anyone over there. But I mean, she still could have come here, right? I would have let her come on panel and tell everyone. She knew that we were all concerned because we've all talked about it in the Mean Girls chat that she's in. So that's why it's kind of like, why? I mean, she could have come to both places because I can't stay on here all day. Mini-Me's going to be home soon. See, Spicy, stop going to Betty's because of all the nasty men comments, right? Let's see. I'm going to read some comments. That's leche. Am I saying that right? I don't speak Spanish. I cannot speak a lick of Spanish, you guys. I took French when I was in school. I can't speak French either. And now, like, when you take a foreign language in school, it's like Rosetta Stone. Like, neither one of my kids in high school, they didn't have a Spanish teacher. It was all online. Right, Lion Mama. It's hard to see her be disrespected. And, I mean, even if you're, she's not. No, I mean, if you're doing just like an hour, you're not getting much. A few cents per live stream just doing a get ready with me, even with all those views. And you're right, they're not super chatting her, they're not doing anything like that, they're probably not buying memberships, but it's boosting her channel, but it's going to boost it in a direction that she might not want to go in, and she's had stalkers before. So, like, I just wouldn't want to see her get in that position again. But, I'm just a know-it-all, so. Let's see. Right, Sayla. It's a lot. Like, I try to listen as long as I can and at least be there long enough that she'll get the view. And I laugh at some stuff, and I mean, I'm not going to lie, some stuff's funny, but at the same time, it's like, is the humor worth it? Because the bad definitely outweighs the good. Right? No one wants to watch that. So, Mama offered. Well, that's good that Mama offered. We would have offered too. Like, I would be running my, hang on, actually. I would be running my Cash App for her right now, but instead, I have to change this one. because it said to stuff my stocking. Oh my gosh. Autocorrect always makes me look so stupid. Okay. So instead of running my Cash App to help her, if you guys want to help my wallet, you can send me $1 to CJ0024 on Cash App. Across the bottom. Every dollar helps. Got important things coming up. Going important places. So yeah, what else did I want to talk about? Is there anything you guys want to talk about? You want to know about my Christmas? My Christmas was okay. It was different. But let's see. I went and had a facial to make my old ugly ass look better. I mean, I got some good stuff. I have to buy all new clothes because none of mine fit, so I got like gift cards to go do that. Yeah, nothing major. Kids got stuff they wanted, pulled it together, and we made it happen. Everyone was happy and healthy. Luckily, my youngest was healthy by the skin of her teeth. Hey, Fugitive Recovery. But she got over the flu, luckily, before Christmas came. And then, see, a lot of people are getting snow right now. How are you guys holding up with that? It sucks because everyone's like posting their snow pictures and it's like all pretty and fluffy and peaceful. And I'm over here looking at dead grass with swampy puddles in it because it's just been raining. But Thursday night, we're supposed to have freezing rain. And then it's going to start snowing. And then we're going to have freezing rain again. So we probably won't have school Thursday or Friday because around here, if the roads even have the slightest chance of freezing, they close everything. All the interstates and bridges are closed. All the stores, like I went grocery shopping over the weekend, and they had just barely started talking about possible winter storm hitting us, like mildly. And there was no water, there was no toilet paper, there was no like string cheese, all the like kids snacky type stuff, the boxes of the little bags of chips, all of that crap was gone. I had to buy bougie water. And I'd go through a lot of bottled water. I probably drink probably between 6 and 8 bottles of water a day, plus whatever I get from like the Brita filter thing I have in the refrigerator. I drink a lot. Ew, sexy juice. What are y'all even talking about? Wow, Brandy, you have close to a foot of snow. I'm gonna have to learn to love the snow, I think. Hopefully. I don't know what Mexican milk is. I just saw it in Betty's chat. I don't even know if it's really something perverted. What is that? It's just when it's sandwiched in between comments like, how big is your bra size and loosen that robe, you kind of automatically think Mexican milk is probably something bad to you. Yeah, and I think Night Owl, like, I'm scrolling Like, I'm all over the place with comments. I think that's the problem with a lot of people is people that have been there for her and have gone through it with her, and didn't turn their back on her and have been good mods and good supporters. And I saw you guys in there modding the first couple of streams that all this started happening on. Like, you guys were hanging in there. I would have already lost my wrench 2 comments in for being a smartass to the chat. Because there's quite a few times I wanted to tell people off in her chat, like some of those guys. But I knew it caused a disruption, and I try to be respectful on other people's channels. I'm not going to go in there starting trouble, but I could see you guys one by one. She would have less mods each day. And then she did that live talking about how you guys were timing people out. And so she took away all wrenches. And I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right at all. She should have y'all's back the same way that you have her back when it concerns her channel. Oh, you did let her know? Yeah, that's the thing. I think I was in there that day when you told her that it was triggering for SA, and I don't know that she really realizes that. She wouldn't like to be in someone else's chat with all of that going on. She wouldn't. I don't know. I still stand by what I said. Have more respect for yourself. Quit giving those creepy dudes what they want. Because you're taking a big old crap on people who cared about you, and that's not right. I don't know if I could speak Latin, Spectral. Like I said, I took French, and I didn't take French very long. I remember in 5th grade, we all took French for 1 quarter. And then in high school, we could either take French, German, or Spanish. I don't know why German. I have to find out what Mexican milk is. When I find out, I'll let everyone know. Thanks, Liz. Oh, my dog has the zoomies. He's he doesn't know what to do with being this cold either. He's such a sissy. My pit, pits are supposed to be all mean and crap like that. Well, this dude is the biggest teddy bear ever. When he wants to go outside, he has to round up the dogs because I have my lab and then I have a little terrier who's oh gosh, we've had her about since 2011, and she was probably about a year or a little less then when I found her. I rescued her in an alley. She's so old. She's can't really see anything. So I'll be sitting there and I'll hear thunk, thunk, and it's her walking into stuff. But she gets around pretty good. But the pit will go and wake everyone up. He can't just let the other dogs sleep and go out and pee. He has to have everyone with him. Okay, I just found out what Mexican milk is. And you guys know what it is already. I can't even say it. That's so gross. If you know what it is. From Mexican dude, though. Oh, that's funny. Quit, dog. She's running into the refrigerator as we speak. But it's so cute because, like, when she gets stuck outside, like if she can't find her way back up, because we have steps that go up onto the porch and come in the back door. If she gets lost the lab, I'll tell her go get Toto because she looks exactly like Toto from Wizard of Oz. Riley will go out there and get her and lead her back up to the house. I'm just rambling now, you guys. I think I said everything I had to say about all the other stuff. Basically, it boils down to, okay, that picture, woohoo. I mean, we can go back and forth if you want to, but there's really nothing to go back and forth about. I've said all I had to say. Skunk. I guess is Googling Mexican milk as weird as Googling vagina filters? The vagina filters. Kaz. I almost spit water out of my nose. Yeah, Kat, you probably saw him in there this morning. Kat's another one that, she's hanging in there for Betty. But it's hard. And we all the ones that have been watching you for a while feel uncomfortable. That's what it boils down to. Because you have too many creeps in there. So I don't know how to help get you into a place where you're going to start getting more viewers that aren't like that. But I don't know. And I don't know that your husband would like he probably wouldn't be too happy if he knew that men were treating his wife that way. He'd probably want to kick their ass, right? Equally funny to Google. Vagina filters. Oh, when I saw that, I was laughing so hard. Like some of the stuff, and it goes for both sides, right? It goes for people whether I like you or don't like you. Like some of the stuff that people come up with sometimes, whether it's like funny or kind of weird, it's very interesting to watch how other people's minds work. We don't know, Kaz. Katie Googled it, but we don't know what the results were. Like, it seems like some of the people that come in her chat, like, they're just in the mood all day, every day, right? Of course, they're all in different time zones, but I'm thinking, crap, when she goes live, it's like 6 o'clock here. That's Judah. He's trying to let me know he wants attention. Plus, he knows that Mimi-Me's going to be coming home soon. And he starts getting in. There's Riley trying to hump on something. What is it up? Get Riley. Go. And then, like, when I try to reprimand her, she gets all cute and, like, rolls over and wants me to pet her. But when she humps on stuff, this is a weird conversation. It's about as weird as the JJ filters. But when she humps on stuff, like, she rips it. Like, she chews. She's like, you're staying here. So there's been, like, so many pillows and stuff that just have holes in the corner or something with stuffing coming out because she rips them. I've had to replace pillows so many times. We could all do a group Google of vagina filters. Now I'm curious if it's like really a thing. Could you imagine? Like, really? Someone showed me a picture the other day. It was like, you know how there's like that spray bleach for like cleaning your house? Well, this was butthole bleach. And it said it on the label. And like, you know, that's a thing, right? Like, you can go, it's called anal bleaching, which is like, who spends money on that, first of all? And second of all, how many people are seeing your hiney that you even have to worry about it? Like, could you imagine if you're talking to someone and you're like, yeah, my only insecurity is my butthole because it's too dark, but I'm going to have it bleached. Like, what's the process to even get that done? I don't want to know. Maybe I can Google it. Hey, Google. Apparently, there's a spray that they sell at Walmart that you just spray it on there. Hey, Charlie K. Right? I thought it might have happened. I thought it was going to happen today. When the bottom of her robe started coming undone, I was like, no. Lying mama. A troll account with Giner filter. Well, if anyone decides to make that account, don't talk about it in here. Like, don't say, yeah, I'm gonna make that account, because then you're gonna out yourself. I've accidentally burned accounts like that before, where I get all excited or I get too proud of an account and I'm like, yeah, that's me. Most of my troll accounts are burned everywhere right now anyway. I have one that's good, but it's not really a troll account. I just use it in one specific chat for the most part. But I don't want to tell everyone what it is, because if I do have to pull out the big guns and go somewhere, I realized that like a lot of people have me blocked. I noticed I'm blocked. I can, like, something will say there's 9 comments and I can't see any of them. And I don't have anyone blocked. I don't block people. I think I blocked like 2 people, like actual people. The rest were old sex bots from a couple of years ago. So I think that's all I have. I could probably sit here and keep talking to you all day long, but in all actuality, Mini Me is going to be here soon, and so I have to hear about her day at school. She's either going to come in and be going to come in and she's going to say, I hate school. Because I know she has a lot of, like, they have this thing they do, it's called Zern, and it's like math stuff online. And I know that she has to get caught up on that. So that's annoying when you miss that much school. Luckily, she missed like a holiday week, so it was mainly parties and movies and stuff. But she did have like paragraphs that she was supposed to write that week. It just sucks when you have to miss that much school. I remember missing school like in elementary school. And if I was going to be out for a few days, my mom would call the school and all my teachers would get my work together for me, like my work and my books. And my mom would go pick it up from the office and she would come home with a big stack of all this work. And, ugh, But nowadays, everything's like on their website. Like they have that ClassLink is what we use here, which is good because like we can look ahead of time and see what assignments there are. You still hear me when I whisper? It's okay. I hear a cat somewhere. Which means if my dogs get it, they're terrible. They'll kill everything. Oh, I had to tell you guys, we had ducks, right? I've told you guys about my ducks. My daughters had ducks. Now, these ducks were like shipped. They came in as day old hatchlings. Um, the neighbors, the tweakers across the street, they always have drugs. I think they take in dogs like in exchange for product because they always have like these random dogs. It's like a revolving door of dogs. Well, they had like 3 of them that had been over there for a few days, and we caught him one time trying to dig underneath the fence of the duck pen, and we called animal control. Well, animal control they didn't come out. They didn't do anything. They called the next day and they're like, "Did you still need help?" Nobody. We're fine. So we were all gone one day. It was the day before Christmas. It was Christmas Eve. We were all gone. And then Christmas morning, the ducks were gone. The dogs had dug under the fence that night on Christmas Eve and took the ducks. So that was bad. How much drugs will they give you for your neighbor's German Shepherd? I don't know. They probably want cash because once again, their power is disconnected. So they have this obnoxious generator that goes all night long. And like you don't see them during the day. Every once in a while, you might see people coming and going, but it's not an everyday thing. It's like a few days, a couple of times a month. And sometimes they'll be working outside in the daytime. But once that sun starts going down, that generator cranks up and they're over there like welding stuff. They made a new gate for their driveway. Like they have a gate that closes, which they could have used it and kept their damn dogs in the yard. But I swear it's like parts of other gates pieced together. It's so, oh my gosh. And their yard, don't even get me started on their yard. There's like so much broke down, salvaged crap in their yard. That's just nuts. It's hard to see tweakers at night. You gotta catch them when they crack the blinds. Yeah, the dude one morning he was out there. It was like 5:30 in the morning. He was out there in his sombrero. It was crazy. And I always find like random stuff. Like I do find harmful things too. Like I'll be walking and there'll be needles on the side of the road, and that sucks. And I always have to I push them because I'm not picking them things up. So I push them like over into the weeds because there's a big field like at the end of the road, and that's where they throw them out of the car. Um, because we have kids. Like me and my neighbor, our daughters are just a year apart. They ride their bikes and stuff. We have a dead end street. So, um, yeah, they could find that stuff. Anybody could, a dog or any animal. And then all like right now there's a backpack laying down there and it has like some clothes hanging out of it, a yogurt, some ramen noodles, a phone charger. Like, it's like, obviously it was someone's bag. So I don't know if they're stealing stuff and then tossing it like on their way home. It's just crazy. They're crazy people. You never know what to expect. They're cutting grass by flashlight. They do, like, they have the riding lawnmower with the headlight on the front. So a lot of times he'll cut the grass like as it's starting to get dark. Let me make sure I didn't miss any other comments. Again, if you guys want to donate to the cause, it's $sign CJ0024. Okay, thanks. If you want to donate, donate. If you don't, don't. You're a crappy troll. You gotta, like, you have to, it's like putting on a whole costume, you know, when you're trolling. Like the way you type, the things you say, all of that stuff. Because that stuff will give you away. Like, I have to be careful if I'm under a troll account. I can't use ellipses. Because if I do, everyone's going to know it's me. So I just don't do it. All right, you guys. Mini Me just walked in, so. She doesn't like to be called Mini Me. So I'm going to go do what moms do. And I'm going to cook. And I'm going to help with homework. And I'm just going to hang out with her for a little bit. Yep, keep it up. Keep it up. Name one thing I've done to you. Just one thing. Name it. Name it. All right, you guys. I'm going to schedule a fitness live. Thank you, Skunk. I'm going to schedule a fitness live soon. And we're going to talk about cortisol. Because someone had, I was having a conversation with someone yesterday about cortisol levels and things you can do to help that. So we are going to talk about how to get your cortisol under control the natural way. But by all means, I am not a doctor or a physician, so seek medical advice. Don't just listen to me. But we'll talk about all that on the other channel. I don't know. We'll try for Thursday. How does that sound, you crazy kids? All right. Well, everyone have an amazing evening. Markella, we would have helped you. All you had to do is ask. We didn't know what to do. Like Nick said, she wasn't even aware of the full story. We just felt kind of out of the loop. And before anyone tries to spin it, it's not that we're like begrudging you or belittling you or putting you down or, you know, we're not even mad at you. It's just a little upsetting that you didn't come to us first, you know. Especially since I posted in the Mean Girls chat this morning the link for my live this afternoon. I would have loved for you to come on the panel and talk to everyone. And we would have at least gotten you money for a hotel if that's all you needed right now. So, yeah. But, I mean, I'll run your Cash App for you. I'll post it on my community wall if people want to donate, you know. Now that everyone's aware of the situation, but even with what we know, I'm only going by on what I've heard. You haven't even come to like completely clarify exactly what happened. But it's all good. I hope that everything works out for you and you know you're able to get through this with, you know, with as much ease as possible. It's a tough situation to be in. I don't wish it on anyone, but I'm glad that you and your family made it out safely and that no one was hurt. Because things can be replaced, people cannot. All right, you guys, be good. Don't do anything that I wouldn't do. And hug your loved ones. All right, assholes. I'll see you guys later.